Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Weekly Account Fixing. Let's get right into it. This week, I completed one world quest, Narisen's Crew's adventure team, as well as 4 chapters of the main storyline. That's right, most of my focus went to the Archon quest. At this point, it wouldn't be exaggerating to say I've been procrastinating on my Archon quest for years, so I'm really happy that I did this much. With those 4 quests done, this marks the end of Sumeru quest for me. I'm somewhat excited to get into Fontaine, as I've heard it's absolute cinema. This week's episode also marks 1 month of work towards my account. And so, before we continue, I'd like to have a quick look at my exploration progress. Now, of course, it has been put on hold, so it's not that impressive. But here's what I have accomplished in exploration this month. Honestly, exploration and questing is a slog for me. It's fun, but very quickly feels like a chore. So I'm still quite proud of what's been done here. More importantly, let's have a quick recap of the character work I've done. Most of it went to Skirk, Farina, Shingsho, Kokomi, Shanyun, Bennett, and Faruza. The rest being Ascension for free wishes, or just moving stuff around for no reason. So here's what I've done with these characters in 1 month. Now, if you remember, my goals were Exploration, Spiral Abyss, Theater, and Stygian Onslaught. As you know, Exploration is somewhat on hold, and last week, we did get very close to one of the 3 combat goals, Abyss. I'm gonna be honest and say I've not reattempted Stygian Onslaught. Considering how poorly built my Skirk currently is, I didn't feel the need to try again. You know what I felt like trying again though? Spiral Abyss. If you remember, last week I did say I really felt like I just barely missed 1 or 2 more stars. And the reason I couldn't, believe it or not, was not my terrible Skirk build. The Abyss buffs, with 75% cryo damage, are more than making up for my Skirk's lack of quality artifacts, especially when you factor in Cryo Resonance and Azurlight's passive. With those, even though she isn't good, she still has 65% crit rate and 188% crit damage, with almost 2900 attack. Optimal? Not really. Passable? Absolutely. No, the reason was actually my Arlecchino team. To be fair, she's not that invested in 2. I just kinda put some artifacts I already had leveled on her. And my Shingsho used to be... tragic might be the word I'd use. We did upgrade him quite a lot though, over the past few weeks. And so I felt like I could probably try Abyss just 1 more time. I came just a couple seconds short of getting 36 stars. So I took my 35 stars and went back in for a rematch against Chamber 3. My first 36 stars clear ever really motivated me to push for more on my account, which is probably what motivated me to do that much more questing. I really hope that my work gets rewarded and that I can add Citlali to my account next week. Abyss is not the only place we've made progress, though. Imaginarium Theater is running the 3 most favorable elements for me at this point: Cryo, Pyro, and Hydro, enabling both Freeze Skirk and Vape Arlecchina. With it resetting next week, I felt like it would be a shame if I didn't try to push further. So I did. I attempted hard difficulty for the first time. Now, to be honest, the C6 R1 Neuvillette in my friendship did help quite a bit. The first few rooms were really annoying. I feel like getting started in theater is a pain when you don't have a proper build on the 6 starter characters. Even when you do, the team comps always feel pretty limited to me, but that might be lack of experience. Still, once I got more characters and some built ones, the rest of the rooms went really smoothly. Moving on from the Imaginarium Theater, since I don't have enough built characters to start the 4th difficulty, you might remember I did say I'd be transparent about spending. So here's transparency. This week I did refresh my Welkin, as well as purchase the Battle Pass, so I spent $15. On a funny side note, I've been playing Genshin quite a bit recently, and it got my friends the idea to try and give the game another try. So Saturday, I was able to do a bunch of co-op achievements with my friends, and it was really a lot of fun. I'm honestly really happy with the work I've done this past month, both the progress on my account, as well as the documenting journey on YouTube. This week, I feel like my Xingqiu build is mostly complete, and with a lot of spare pieces of Emblem of Severed Fate to use. So instead of strongboxing Emblem, from next week on, I will be strongboxing Fragments of Harmonic Whimsy. Arlecchino is the character that got me back to the game, and it's time I play the resin tax towards her. I hope that I can get her to have some decent pieces by 6.0. That way, by then, I should be able to strongbox Skirk's artifact set, finale of the Deep Galleries. Because, honestly, I'm getting really tired of my terrible RNG there. Now, I know, artifact farming is pure RNG, but come on, in the 2 weeks I've been farming that domain every day, with a whole 1,860 resin that went towards the domain, I have seen exactly 0 crit main start circlets on Skirk's set. That actually pushed me to use some Sanctifying Elixir to try and make a crit circlet. It didn't end up amazingly, but it was still better than what I had been using because I really had nothing. In any case, it's time for the Primogems and resin breakdown. First, Primogems. I farmed a grand total of 3,851 Primogems and 8 Intertwined Fate this week, bringing me up to 9,416 Primogems. The usual 630 from Welkin and 420 from commissions. 680 and 4 Fates from the Battle Pass. 480 from Theater with first time clear rewards and Act 8 clear rewards, and 100 for 36 Starring Abyss for 580 from Combat. 460 from Events, 555 from Achievements, 240 and 4 Fates from Archon Quests, 201 from Exploration, and 180 from World Quests. This leaves me with 9,416 Primogems and 9 Intertwined Fates, or 67 pulls for next week. I'm currently on 3 pity, so I will need at least 10 more pulls by Wednesday for a good chance at getting a 5-star in soft pity, and hope I'll win my 50-50 for Sitlali. As for the resin, here's where it went. 90 resin for the usual weekly bosses, being the All-Devouring Narwhal, Unresolved Game of Chess, and Lord of Arcane Wisdom boss fights. 220 and a Transcend were spent on weapon materials to get Xingqiu's Wolffang from level 1 to level 90. And everything else, for 840 resin total, went towards Skirk artifact farming. Next week, my goals are to get enough pulls to grab myself a 5-star on Sitlali's banner, and diversify my resin spending a little. Even while doing exploration and quests, I'm still going through my Mora faster than I can earn some, and if possible, I'd also like to work towards the 800 Leyland achievements. I'll be trying to get a few more Leylins in this week, so that I can raise more talents levels up. I'm sitting on more than 20 crowns, and I've only ever spent 3. Mostly because of the steep Mora cost of getting talents from level 9 to 10. By the way, if you're curious, my 3 spent crowns are on Xiao and Arlecchino's normal attacks and Eula's burst. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. If you like the series, be sure to subscribe to not miss next episode.